This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We've got a national hunt horse to follow today. It is today, as we sit here recording, the 14th of February, which means 28 days to the 2023 Cheltenham Festival. So we really are getting pushed for time now regarding identifying national hunt horses for this year's spring and summer festivals. We might be able to squeeze another one in though, and this one here is actually the first non-novice horse that we have decided to side with. We've got bumper horses, novice hurdlers, novice chasers. This horse here was actually identified as a novice hurdler last year when Reprieve Media CIC Racing 2020 was full, and I haven't yet learned the skills of making little videos like this. So the horse never really got the justice it deserved, really. It was a very good novice. It since at the weekend came out into open company and won its first race of the season. So it would be very rude of us not to include it, as it is one of ours anyway from last year. The horse in question is the Charles Burns trained Calanese sired gelding Blazing Khal. You'll see that the horse, if people look at the form of the horse, you will see that it took a while. National Hunt Flat Racing, it's safe to say, wasn't really for the horse. It took the 5th time of asking to get off the mark in National Hunt Flat Racing. But it is when the horse went hurdling that it really has flourished on its last 4 starts, winning a maiden hurdle at Galway, and then, as you will see, it has won twice at Cheltenham over both 2 miles 5 furlongs and 3 furlongs, beating the same horse both times, the subsequent Grade A winner of Paul Nichols's, called Gelino Bello. It never got to the Cheltenham Festival last year, unfortunately, but that did mean that this year it wasn't seen until February 2023, when it has come out and won the Grade 2 Boyne Hurdle at Navan by 3 lengths, running to a career best figure of 164. I mean, this horse here, you have to say, it must have an excellent chance, I think, of maybe the Stayers Hurdle. This year you'll see that it was actually included, if you forget the last 4 runs of the horse where it was just finding its feet, it has actually won its last 5 races, this horse, and it looks now could be the time to maybe think it could develop into a Cheltenham Festival and other spring fest and summer festival contenders this year. Right, before we have a look at the horse running, I'm just going to bring you a look at the pedigree. This is an interesting horse, really. Blazing Khal, you will see, is family number 42 on the list of hereditary dam lines. A very unusual one, it's safe to say. I mean, it took us a while to locate where we were on this site. We had to go back really to the 10th dam of the horse, foaled in 1909, called Coral, before we could get an impression on where we were. And there we found Coral there. This is a funny line because a lot of it really is not even in this century. You'll see that it starts in 1690, and if people roll it through down, they think they might be getting quite near the modern day there. But no, the Trinidad Derby winner of 1939 is the most recent we've got so far. There is the 1927 Italian Guineas, 1,000 Guineas winner. The Italian Derby and Oaks winners there, 1928 and 1911. So it's a line that's done well in Italy and Hungary there, but that's 1855. It's got the Ascot Gold Cup winner of 1816 on the line, Banker. And you see we really are struggling to tie it into the current day. We're still at 1830 there with another Ascot Gold Cup winner. Irish 1,000 Guineas winner there of 1968, called Front Row. And then you've got an Irish and Italian Oaks winner of 1991 called Possessive Dancer. 1970 Irish Thousand Guineas winner Black Satin is on this line, but again, it's one really that for the last 30 or 40, 50 years, according to this site, there hasn't really been much. Our little section there, Coral, the 10th dam. You will see that the 9th dam, Coralie, foaled in 1917. She doesn't really make this site, so she will be coming off there, somewhere around there. As you can see, we're before the 1950s and she finds nothing really of any note on this line. So what we're really looking at now is this horse related to any good horses that we can establish a high ceiling for? And this is how we establish the horse. This is how we identified the horse, really. Because I wasn't even aware this site existed last year when I was looking at National Hunt horses, you know. So this site definitely wasn't used last year. It was just a matter of me clicking through a few dams and seeing what we had. So Blazing Khal, as we see, is out of a dam called Blazing Sonnet. And you'll see that she actually raced 23 times herself, winning 3 races, establishing a top rating over fences of 120 and over hurdles of 117. She was quite durable. We'll see if we can find, I don't think she did pick up any black type whatsoever. The second dam of the horse was unraced, and we can confirm that because we did check it on here as well. But the second dam foaled in 1997. Leading Duke is in fact unraced. What she is, though, is the dam of a horse nearly rated as good as Blazing Khal, you know, in the shape of the 159 rated former Willie Mullins trained mare, Blazing Tempo. And she brings us about the level that we would like our horses to be at over National Hunt Racing. 159 over fences and 142 over hurdles. That's her best. The Rich Richie owned mare. I mean, she won some nice races. I think we'll look and find when we scroll down here and have a quick look and see what we can find. She was actually a Grade 2 winning chaser on my birthday, look. The 22nd of January 2012. She won the Grade 2 Norman's Grove Chase at Fairy House. She was also a Grade 3 winning chaser there in November 2011 when she won the T.A. Morris Memorial Mares Chase. And she is also the winner of the 2011 Grade A Galway Plate. So that's Grade A handicap, Grade 2 and Grade 3 winning chaser at this stage. You see there another Grade 3 novice chase win there of 2010. And another Grade 3 chase win there in the novice campaign as well, in the T.A. Morris Memorial Mares Chase again of 2010, and that's while still as a novice. She actually went to Willie Mullins in 2010. Before that, she hadn't really shown much at all for connections. She was placed in a listed hurdle, and she had won a £13,000 handicap hurdle in February 2010 at Leopardstown, as well as being a winner of the £49,000 European Breeders' Fund National Hunt Premier Bumper of 2009. It's where she started her career, a £49,000 bumper. So it's fair to say she had a very good career. It's fair to say. She also gave birth to a black type horse. Blazing Emily was also trained by Willie Mullins, this time owned by Kenneth Alexander. Very lightly raced. She only raced 5 times, winning 2. She never managed to win at listed company, but what she did was placed in 2 listed novice hurdles in 2019 at Limerick and Cork. Her top hurdle rating was 120, and she hasn't been seen since 2019. So it's probably safe to say that she has retired. The third dam of the horse, Blaze Gold, you will see is also down as being unraced, you will see that the racing posts are wrong. This horse is telling us, this site's telling us the horse raced 18 times. It's not actually telling us how many times the horse won. But what it is telling us is that the second dam of our horse, Leading Duke, by Supreme Leader, is actually a half-sister to Denoli, which brings a very top-level Grade 1 form onto the table, which sort of makes a horse unbeaten over hurdles like Blazing Khal a no-brainer, really. Denoli reached a top level of 171 over chases and 171 over hurdles. What a fantastic horse he was. 4 connections. Some of the Grade 1s he won, we'll read them out now. We'll have a scroll down quickly and have a look. He won the 1997 Hennessy Cognac Gold Cup at Leopardstown, where he beat no more than Jadami. He won back-to-back Grade 1s in 1996. He won the Denny Gold Medal Chase and the Drinmore Novices Chase of 1996, where he unfortunately fell. Sorry, so I'm wrong. I misread that. Unfortunately, he fell when Dawn's Pride was the winner there. He was prone to the odd faller. Fall. He either fell or he won, the lad, by the looks of things. He then also won a Grade 3 hurdle in 1996, the Red Mills Trial Hurdle. And it was also the winner of the 1995 Aintree Hurdle, a Grade 1 as well. The winner of the 1994 Hatton's Grace Hurdle at Fairy House as well as the Grade 2 Morgiana Hurdle race, which is now a Grade 1. In 1994, he also won the Grade 1 Aintree Hurdle of 1994 and successful in the Sun Alliance Novice Hurdle, which is now the Ballymore Hurdle, whatever it's called now. And he won that by 2 lengths in 1994. So this is obviously a top-class horse over both fences and hurdles. Cheltenham Festival hurdle winner. There's also a horse I did find in there which is also related to Denoli, called Creative Blade. Managed to sneak 124 rated hurdle rating, which did give him, he is a blue type horse at some point. So a listed handicap hurdle there of 1995, where he in fact finished second, ridden by Jamie Osborne. He did win a few races, but he just managed to scrape some black type point in there, winning 4 of 24 races, winning to 124 over hurdles and 117 over fences. It was then really that we, as you see, Blaze Gold, the dam, wasn't listed on the racing post, so it was off to Blaze Dam, Blaze Gold in 1974. We then noticed that the 4th dam of the horse, Duke Gold, was foaled in 1957. So we left it there really when it came to the racing post. We did find 2 other little slight relatives related in the back of the pedigree around the 4th dam. A horse called 2 Spots by Deep Run and out of Blaze Gold. She managed to foal a horse rated 132 over hurdles called Handful of Euros, that was 3rd in the 2009 Mares Hurdle at Punchestown. And it won there in 2009, a £17,000 handicap hurdle. Not sure if it managed to gain any black type though, apart from that one listed hurdle place. See, a lot of these races are just a little bit too short. The £14,000 races it's been running in. The bumpers it won. It was just a bumper winner, and there was the listed placed hurdler, rated 132, Grade 3 placed hurdle, sorry. Handful of Euros. But there wasn't really a lot else in there, so really what we're looking at, question we asked ourselves, we had Blazing Tempo and Denoli together with Blazing Khal, so we thought we'd have to really see how good this horse was, and it proved beautifully through the season, from 124 to 143 to 150. So we were siding with it then. It was a very good horse. We were definitely siding with it. We're glad it came back and won the Grade 2 Boyne hurdle. So the horse is now a triple Grade 2 winning hurdler. Blazing Khal. Can it win that elusive first Grade 1 hurdle at some point? Before we wrap this video up, we're going to look at the Boyne hurdle and see what we think.
See how things go in the William Hill Boyne hurdle.
White flag is raised. And they're off over 2 miles 5 furlongs in the William Hill Boyne hurdle. It's a Grade 2. 12 flights to jump. Up front it's Highland Charge, Sard de Burley, meet and greet in between horses with Grand War. White cap of Beacon Edge. All safely over the first flight as they continue down the back straight to number 2. Highland Charge on the inside and the white cap is Sard de Burley, followed by Meet and Greet. And Beacon Edge on the outside, and then Saint Sam and Grand War. Blazing Khal back out after a long absence as one behind Delta Work in a distinguishing blue cap. As the 8 runners depart the back straight, good run to the third flight. Moving on in front is Highland Charge from Sard de Burley, disputing second place with Meet and Greet. Beacon Edge next on the outside, followed by St. Sam in the quartered colours. Alongside is Grand War with the final couple, Blazing Khal and Delta Work. Turning into the straight to flights 3, 4 and 5 in front. Highland Charge and Sean Flanagan by a length, improving on the outside. His stable companion Beacon Edge, Brian Cooper in a white cap. Then Meet and Greet and Philip Enright as they reach their final 2 miles. Sard de Burley, Jody McGarvey next, and then St. Sam, Paul Townend. Away to the inside is Grand War, Jordan Gainford, and Blazing Khal, Philip Burns with the back marker Delta Work and Rachel Blackmore. Coming downhill from flight number 3. Well enough grouped. In front is Highland Charge by a couple of lengths to Meet and Greet. On the outside is Beacon Edge, and then Sard de Burley and stable companion Grand War, followed by St. Sam with the final couple, Blazing Khal and Delta Work. Flight number 5 and the last one next time in the William Hill Boyne hurdle, Grade 2. Well stacked up. Highland Charge in front of Meet and Greet. The trio comprising of Beacon Edge, Sard de Burley and Grand War contesting third place. Stoked by St. Sam and then Blazing Khal. Prominent in the Stayers hurdle market as one behind Delta Work. Away they go to the flight. At approximately the halfway stage. 7 left to jump. It's Highland Charge into it for Meet and Greet. On the outside is Beacon Edge, followed by Grand War, who's improved his position on the inside of Sard de Burley, then St. Sam and Blazing Khal. A couple of lengths to Delta Work, who remains last of the 8-runner field, who go down the far side having passed halfway. 6 flights left to jump. Highland Charge by less than a length to an improving Grand War, sharing second with Meet and Greet, and then on the outside is Beacon Edge, followed by Sard de Burley, St. Sam, Blazing Khal and Delta Work. Little few changes as they complete a circuit. A mile left to go. In the lead still is Highland Charge from Grand War, Meet and Greet. Sard de Burley next, on the outside Beacon Edge. In between horses is St. Sam and then Blazing Khal and Delta Work. Heading now to the last on the far side. This is 4 flights from the finish. Highland Charge still at the head of the race. Meet and Greet, always handy. Then Grand War the inside. Followed then by Beacon Edge, tracked by Sard de Burley, St. Sam, Blazing Khal, and starting to edge a little bit closer with Delta Work, the back marker. 5, 6 lengths covering the field with 5 furlongs to race and 3 flights to jump. Highland Charge is in the lead still, but only just to Beacon Edge, going back up to his stable companion. Grand War on the inside of Meet and Greet. This quartet covered by 2.5 lengths, being followed round the home turn by St. Sam and Blazing Khal, who are starting to close together. Sard de Burley Is dropping back on the inside and then Delta Work. Turning in with less than half a mile to go and 3 flights to jump. Round the outside, it's Beacon Edge. Highland Charge in the centre, and between horses Meet and Greet. Up the inside is Grand War, followed by St. Sam and Blazing Khal. Sar de Burley, Delta Work, the third last flight. And they're spread right across it. Meet and Greet in the centre, being followed by Beacon Edge, with Blazing Khal making good ground in the centre of the track. And the dark green and white jacket on the far side is Grand War. Dropping back is Highland Charge. St. Sam is labouring, and Blazing Khal comes to join issue with Meet and Greet going on a few lengths in front of Beacon Edge, and it's the patiently ridden Blazing Khal produced to join Meet and Greet on the near side. Up the hill, 200 yards to go, and it's Blazing Khal and Philip Burns getting the upper hand from Meet and Greet, and Philip in right as Blazing Khal returns with a bang, and the William Hill Boyne Hurdle wins for Philip and Charles Burns. Meet and Greet second and third place, Beacon Edge, then Sar de Burley, and fifth was St. Sam.
Yeah, St. Sam well beaten off. Blazing Khal has made a really impressive return to the fray here after that long absence. Confident.
I mean, what can people say about that? Beautifully ridden by the jockey. I mean, he was totally not worried at all at any point in that race, was he? Settled it in beautifully at the back, towards the back, came through when it mattered, got the horse towards the front of the race when it mattered as well, jumped the last, and off it went. I mean, for a horse that has won at 3 miles and 2.5 miles, you would say that the stamina is there. Look at other horses it's related to. I mean, this could be a special horse. Really, that was really impressive, I thought. Very impressive, considering the horse hadn't raced for well over a year, 428 days, in fact. A special performance. And it will be interesting to see if Blazing Khal can add to our roll of success. Right, boys and girls, I'm going to end this video here. What I will do towards the end of it is I will give you a couple of steers at the end. One of them will be allowing people who wish to subscribe to the channel so they don't miss anything moving forward. Could be anything really, from Australian horses, flat horses in the UK, Ireland and Europe, national hunt horses. Could just be things that I find interesting, highlights from live streams which are now happening on Twitch as opposed to this channel. So it'll be interesting to see if this horse can add to the channel success. And also the other steer will be a list and a playlist of every national hunt horse that we have identified on the channel, so people will not miss out on any of them as well. They can start the list at the top, Blazing Khal, and add the others to it. Right, okay everybody, I think that's enough of me banging on for this video. I will hope to be back at some point, but for now, take care everybody, and look after yourselves.